Mail-in ballots have been sent out. Chances are you've gotten yours already. We are firmly in election season here in Zona, which means campaign ads are beginning to flood TV and other media outlets. And one such ad is getting attention for all the wrong reasons. It's against Arizona Treasurer Kimberley Yee, who is running in the Republican primary for Superintendent of Public Instruction against the sitting superintendent, Tom Horne. Here it is.
Meet Kimberley Yee. She's the empress of DEI. Yee led a national shadow government of bureaucrats pushing an extreme diversity, equity, and inclusion agenda. Kimberley Yee, too liberal for school superintendent.
So joining us now is Arizona Treasurer and candidate for school superintendent Kimberley Yee. So what did you think when you first saw this?
Well, Tom Horne and his supporters are clearly putting out these ads, and it is revolting. It's racist. It's absolutely not in line with what Arizonans want. This is the lowest form of campaigning. And for me, I want to focus on the results, not racism. And clearly, this is trying to engage hateful rhetoric. As you can see in the depictions, it is based on trying to characterize me as someone who doesn't love America. My family is deeply rooted in this great state, nearly 100 years right here in Arizona. And my father served as a United States Army veteran. My mother was a teacher for 38 years in our public schools. This is not what we want in any campaign. And so for me, it really is calling out Tom Horne, what he stands for. And Arizona does not need an education leader who is a racist or promotes this type of dialogue.
You know, one of the things that's in this ad is saying that you served on some sort of DEI committee. Can you answer that?
That is not true. And so he is referring to the National Association of State Treasurers. And I have written to the National Association to ask them. They gave me a letter in May that depicted exactly what committees I served on in my time as state treasurer. The DEI committee was not on there, and I posted that letter on my social media for all to see. I have been fighting against DEI for numerous years. In fact, just last year in 2025, I led an effort through the legislature that says that state employees shall not be hired, promoted, or trained based on radical DEI policies. That not only passed in the Arizona Senate and the House, it got to the governor's desk, and Katie Hobbs vetoed it. I've also led a national effort with other state treasurers and financial officers to say that corporations across America who hire based on DEI are devaluing their corporations.
So you're not sitting on these committees or things like that. You're saying that.
No.
So let's go on to this next. We asked Superintendent Horne about the ad today. Here's what he had to say about it.
And my whole life has been a war against this kind of prejudice. I have. It's done by an independent group out of state. By law, I can't communicate with them, and I haven't. But I have publicly asked them to withdraw the ad, or at least withdraw every part of it that might appeal to ethnic prejudice.
Is this ad racist?
Yes.
It is.
Tom Horne is saying that he had nothing to do with it. He's asked him to take it down. Your response to that?
Tom Horne is lying. Tom Horne has a lying past. His record of lies is very clear. Back in 2010, when he ran for the Attorney General position, he too was, found guilty of coordinating with an independent expenditure just like this. And he was taken to court and found guilty. He was asked to pay back in fines $1.2 million, in fact. So there is a history here. He also has a lying past with his mistress, where he was found by the FBI for doing a hit and run while he was in the middle of a lunch hour. But it was that period when he was lying to his wife. He also has lied about his SEC ban on a lifetime because he lied about his bankruptcies. He also was found in corruption as the Attorney General, trying to use taxpayer dollars for advancing his campaign. Again, an FBI investigation. There are so many more from his running.
Right. And we can reach out to him to get his response on those, what you're talking about here. Let's talk about a lot of debate on school choice right now. Let's talk about ESAs.
Yeah.
In full disclosure, our station, 12 News, has filed a lawsuit against your office trying to get information that Tom Horne's office has actually come forward with. Why aren't you giving us that information? You actually sent a letter out just yesterday to about 100,000 ESA families saying that we're looking for personal information, And we're just looking for the same information, public information, that we got from Tom Horn's office. So why aren't you giving that to us?
Because it violates the Federal Education Protection Act for children.
In which way?
FERPA protects children from having their identifiable personal information given, for public use.
But this is just a tax ID number. How would it
tax ID
connect
number
it?
is just like a social security number. And so when you give out a tax ID number, it is personally identifiable to that student and their family. And any financial institution would stand in the same position that I am in right now. I'm going to fight this court battle for as long as I can because we need to protect our ESA families. There's 102,000 families in Arizona that are being subject to a violation of their privacy, not only on FERPA, but on HIPAA, because many of these students are students with disabilities. So you are violating their health-related protection act.
We have found some fraud here at 12 News. There's a debate as to how much. What would you do to root out, if you agree there is, ESA fraud happening?
Well, I am already starting that process because as state treasurer, I manage the financial vendor contracts. So that financial platform for which you purchase those items. We need to do better and create red flags when necessary so that we are clearly identifying educational related purchases.
So there should be some guardrails, you think?
We absolutely
with AI
can
or
do
things
better.
like that?
Absolutely.
Right.
In fact, I recently authorized, in the process of authorizing AI, to be able to red flag issues that are not in the definition of an educational.
And I think it's important for us to watch taxpayer dollars in public schools as well, correct?
I'm a long-standing,
And, food stamps and anything else.
Right. I'm
correct?
a long-standing taxpayer watchdog. We have to make sure these dollars are accounted for. But we also have to make sure that these ESA families that are doing the right thing, a number of them are just trying to get their funds in a legal way. And so we can't just taint this program as fraudulent, as I believe this channel has done.
Treasurer, thank you for coming in. I appreciate it.
Thank
Good
you.
luck going forward in the election.
Appreciate it.
Tram.